Okay, next up on day 6 of the nutrition program, we are creating a deficit. So this is looking at how to basically at the end of the week have that deficit of calories so that you are going to be using your stores of fat as energy. And this gets a little bit complicated, but I'll try and explain it as best as I can to keep it simple for you guys, alright? So, back on this scale again, as you can see, calories out are higher than calories in, which is creating that energy deficit, so we should be losing weight. Boink, like that. Okay, so we're back to this chart again. This is where I just don't want you to get lost. So again, fire any questions over if you find that you are. So for this, again, for us to maintain weight, 2,500 calories right across the week, which is 17,500. So if we eat 2,000 calories a day, we are below maintenance. We're creating a 500 calorie deficit every single day. So we're actually only eating 14,000 calories over the week. So we're then 2,000 or 3,500 calories below our required amount of calories. 3,500 calories is the equivalent of 1 pound of fat. So technically, in this scenario, you should be losing a pound of fat that week by creating that 3,500 calorie deficit across the board. So this one, we've been looking at the same amount of activity, lower intake. The next one, we're looking at the same intake, so we're going to eat the 2,500 calories a day, but we're going to move more, so we're going to do more exercise. So we're going to do 250 calories of extra activity a day, which basically would mean we would need 19,250 calories to stay the same weight because of that extra exercise. So if we've only eaten that 2,500 a day across the week, we're at that 17,500. We've actually created a 1,750 calorie deficit just off adding that exercise in. So we just kept eating the same. So if we hadn't moved, we would have stayed the same weight. But because of building that deficit through exercise, we've actually made it so we'll burn half a pound of fat a week just off that. So this is where the sort of balance between the eating a bit less and the move more does make sense. It's just making it work. It's making it practical for the people or for everybody. So the next one is looking at a deficit through food and a deficit through actually exercising too. So what we do is we eat the 2,000. So just like we did in the first slide. So we've created a 500 calorie deficit plus the 250 through exercise each day. We've now created a 750 calorie deficit a day just through eating less and moving more. So our intake is the 14,000, and we would need 19,250 to stay the same weight because we've exercised. So we've actually created a 5,250 calorie deficit across the week. That would then equate to about 1.5 pounds of fat. That is it in a nutshell. Again, I've tried not to baffle you too much with the numbers, but all of this, so just going back to the start, is about that. It's creating a bigger number for the out on the calories than it is on the in. So right across all of these, we had the 500 calorie deficit just with the food, we had the 250 with the exercise, but it's going to go, and we had with both for that 750 calorie deficit a day, which would have, each one is that little bit more weight loss as you go up the scale. So next up, we're going to look at how you actually burn these calories. So how does it work to then make it so you understand what the process is and why you're doing it. Again, I don't want you to have got lost in this one. So again, fire the questions into the group, but just watch this over a couple of times if you need to, if you're not quite grasping it, and fire any questions back over again. Cheers, guys.